Today I'm taking you along for the ride as I customize our daughter's gait trainer. We are so thankful for mobility equipment to help her move, but we don't love that it comes in standard colors we didn't get to choose. So after staring at the yellow for a long time, it was time for a change. The first step was using a sanding sponge to scrub down all the paint areas where we were going to cover with spray paint. We wanted it to be a little bit more abrasive so the paint would stick well. This part was the most tedious. It was taping all of the little components and plastic parts and covering up the wheels and the seat and the handles. It took what seemed like forever, but it was definitely worthwhile to get everything covered up so I could spray paint freely and not worry about ruining everything. I used regular painter's tape on all of the plastic, and then I covered up the wheels with trash bags and grocery sacks. And that seemed to do the trick, and it was much easier than putting tape strips on every single part. After everything was taped up, it was time for the fun part. I chose a dusty pink color to go underneath as a base coat because I picked out a really beautiful rose gold glitter spray paint and I wanted it to have a pink base instead of having the yellow base. So the first step was covering the whole thing in this pink base. Once I got all of the yellow covered up, it was time to let this base layer dry so that I could add glitter. So this is the dusty pink that I did, the matte finish, but look at the glitter. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm about to do this whole thing in glitter. After covering the whole thing in glitter and then waiting another few hours for it to dry and doing a clear coat, it was finally time to bring it inside and take off all of this tape. Taking off the tape was almost worse than putting it on, just because the plastic and the tape both had paint on them that was flaking off and making a big glittery mess on my kitchen floor. So this was another tedious part of the process, but it was so rewarding to see how everything had turned out and how well it worked. Okay, this is Hope in her gait trainer before in the original color that it comes in. And this is what it looks like now, with a base layer of pink and a top layer of rose gold glitter. She is so thrilled, and it looks so much nicer and so cute. Very happy with how this turned out.